Good morning, everybody. On behalf of the organizing committee of the Open University Research Sessions 2023, OURS 2023, or OURS 2023, I warmly welcome you to the inauguration ceremony of OURS 2023.
And we take pride in reminding you that not even the COVID pandemic disrupted our research sessions. We've been continuing it continuously. And this year also, here we are having the research sessions.
We will offer a symbolic beginning in light to this ceremony as we have done during all our previous occasions. We will light the traditional oil lamp, and to light the oil lamp, I warmly invite Vice Chancellor OUSL, Senior Professor PMC Tilakaratne, our chief guest, Senior Professor RM Gamini Rajapaksha, and there are three keynote speakers here. Some of the keynote speakers are not here physically, but some are here. So starting from Professor M. Swarnaraja from National University of Singapore, Professor Kamina Gunaratna will represent him at the oil lamp, and Mrs. Maria Obtrasova from Innopolis University, Russia, who is here with us, and Professor Gantha Paul from James Cook University, Australia, who will be represented at the oil lamp by Mrs. Priyanga Munidasa, and the deans of faculties, starting from education, Dr. Vajra De Silva, engineering technology, Dr. Prasanna Ratnavira, health sciences, Dr. Sunil De Silva, humanities and social sciences, Professor Anton Pieratna, natural sciences, Professor Rohan Fernando, management studies, Professor Nalin Abhisekara, director PGIE, Dr. Ramola Rasool, registrar, Mrs. Vindhya Jayasena, Bursa, Dr. Anura Vikramasinghe, Director Research, Senior Professor S.R. Veerakon, and OURS 2023, or OURS 2023 Organizing Committee Member, Dr. Utpala Jayawardena, and two researchers who will present today and tomorrow. Please gather around the traditional oil lamp and let us offer a beginning in light.
And we also invite the council member, Mr. Tushanta Vijayamana, also to light the lamp. Thank you very much, dignitaries. Let us all rise for the national anthem now.
Yeah, thank you very much. We will now begin this ceremony. Open University Research Session. Ours has always been a journey more than a destination. And to look at and to review and to analyze and to observe some of the highlights of that journey, let us watch a visual presentation from the OUSL team.
It is now time for the welcome address delivered by the conference chair, Director Research, Senior Professor Shama Veerakon. Madam, over to you.
Good morning to all of you, and especially to our audience joining with us online. The Vice Chancellor, Professor P.M.C. Tilakaratne, our Chief Guest, Professor Gamini Rajapaksa, the invited speakers, Professor M. Sonaraja from National University of Singapore, Mrs. Maria Obrastova from Innopolis University, Russia, Professor Gunther Paul from James Cook University, Australia, Deans of the faculties and the Director of PGIE, the Registrar, Bursa, all academic, administrative, and other staff members of the OUSL, paper presenters, award winners, ladies and gentlemen. The Open University Research Sessions, OURS, is an important annual event of the Open University of Sri Lanka. OURS established itself as a high-caliber research forum that attracts researchers from the OUSL community and from other universities and higher education institutes, as well as overseas researchers, creating a forum for presenting and discussing valuable research findings, leading to enriching experience to the researchers. OURS provided opportunities in sharing knowledge through research across various disciplines, which include open and distance learning, ODL, and disciplinary-based research. This directly inspired our staff members to participate at other national and international conferences by contributing quality research findings. OURS started its journey in 2003 and hosted annual academic sessions uninterruptedly. We had our first international research sessions in 2010 in honor of the 30th anniversary celebrations of the OUSL. The second international conference was held in 2018 and the third one last year, IOURS 2022. This year, OURS 2023 is held on 9th and 10th November as a hybrid conference with the objective of bringing local and foreign researchers to one forum. The OUSL, which is the premier ODL institute in Sri Lanka, recognizes the importance of developing the potential of its academic staff by providing them with adequate opportunities to engage in research. This would enable to explore and authenticate novel ideas in research, innovation, and other intellectual activities which would contribute to national development in the long run. As we all are aware, the essence of a university is the unity of teaching and research. Although we have national and international responsibilities to admit students and to teach them to the highest degree of excellence, it is by our research performance that we stand or fall, and our global reputations are made. This year, we received 232 abstracts and extended abstracts, and of which 140 were selected for presentations following a rigorous peer review process. The abstracts cover a wide range of disciplines: ODL, education, English language teaching, engineering and technology, health sciences, biological sciences, physical sciences, environmental sciences, agriculture and forestry, humanities and social sciences, management, and law. I would like to welcome our chief guest to today's event, Professor Gamini Rajapaksa, who is a senior professor in chemistry at the University of Peradeniya, Sri Lanka. We are indeed happy and honored of your presence. The invited speakers are Professor M. Sonaraja, Emeritus Professor of Law from National University of Singapore, Mrs. Maria Obstrokova, Director of the Institute of Additional Education, Innopolis University, Russia, and Professor Gunther Paul, Associate Professor, Faculty of Science and Engineering at the James Cook University, Australia. We are very grateful to all of you for taking time off from your busy schedules to deliver keynote addresses. I welcome Mr. Skander Berry, first Vice Rector, Deputy Director, and Head of the Advanced Engineering School of Innopolis University, Russia also. A special feature of the OUSL Hours 2023 is a panel discussions organized by the faculties of Education, Engineering and Technology, Health Sciences, Management Studies, and Natural Sciences, as well as by the Center for Environmental Studies and Sustainable Development, CEST, of the OUSL. The 3-minute thesis competition, 3MT, is also introduced as a special event on this occasion. Another highlight of this series of events is the pre-conference lectures and workshops conducted on 7th and 8th November by the Research Unit OUSL in collaboration with the 6 faculties and the Postgraduate Institute of English. We would like to record our thanks to our Vice Chancellor, Professor PMC Tilakaratne, for his directions, leadership, and support throughout in carrying out our work to make Hours 2023 a success. Organizing an event of this nature and magnitude required the collaborative and dedicated effort of all the members of Hours 2023 Organizing Committee and the online working group especially. Everyone worked hard in a true spirit of leadership and teamwork. And I take this opportunity to congratulate all the award winners of OUSL Research Awards 2022, OUSL Best Online Course Award 2022, and the winners of 3MT competition. Finally, let me thank all the presenters whose research and ideas will be showcased here, and all the participants for their participation, enabling us to make this conference a memorable and rewarding conference. I'm sure that Hours 2023 will bring you renewed motivation and enthusiasm to engage in more productive research. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Virakon, for that warm welcome address. The Open University of Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka's premier ODL institution. Who is OUSL? What do we stand for? And where are we heading? Let us watch a visual presentation.
Over a sacred ritual involving the heaven, earth, and linguistics, a Sri Lankan child begins the journey of learning. Learning is a culturally inscribed notion in Sri Lanka. Perhaps the reason why we are South Asia's only nation-state to faithfully record our ancient history chronologically and in the poetic idiom. Nestled in this beautiful nation, steeped in learning, is the Open University of Sri Lanka, OUSL, Sri Lanka's premier ODL institution. With a vision to be the leading ODL institution in Asia through excellence, efficiency, and equity in lifelong learning, we revolutionized tertiary education in Sri Lanka. Blending traditional and modern ODL methodology, we currently serve a diverse student population of over 40,000 from the central campus in Colombo and a network of regional and study centers island-wide. OUSL has inspired many a Sri Lankan to open up, their true potential.
We will now have the guest of honor of ours 2023, the Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka, Senior Professor PMC Tilakaratne, addressing you. Professor Tilakaratne, the stage is yours.
Very good morning to everybody. Deans of faculties, our chief guest, Professor Gamini Rajapaksa, Senior Professor, Department of Chemistry, University of Peradeniya, Mr. Tushanta Vijayamanna, one of our council members, Deans of faculties, Registrar, Bursa, heads of the departments, professors, directors of the Open University of Sri Lanka, all senior academics, administrative staff, non-academic staff, paper presenters today, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor and a privilege to stand before you today as we gather to inaugurate OUS 2023. I'm sorry that I need to welcome again our Innopolis University senior academics and also those who are participating for this conference virtually. I want to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to each and every one of you today in this morning. Your presence here signifies a commitment to knowledge, innovation and collaboration, and I am truly grateful for your participation. Conferences like this serve as critical forums for the exchange of ideas, the dissemination of knowledge, and the cultivation of partnerships. They are testament of the power of collective intellect and progress we can achieve when we come together with a common purpose. Our world faces today many complex challenges, from environmental sustainability to social justice, from technological advancements to ethical dilemmas. It is true, event like this conference, that we have an opportunity to engage in dialogue, to debate, deliberate, and to chart a path forward towards a solution. As the Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka, I am deeply proud of the role that our university plays in fostering research, nurturing innovation, and shaping the minds of future leaders. We are the university, of course, commercializing research as well. So therefore, we are heading towards as the pioneering ODL institution here in Sri Lanka, and to elevate this university up to the international, level, that is what is called internationalization of the university. Our commitment to academic excellence and research has brought us to this movement where we can bring together brilliant minds from various fields and institutions to collaborate and inspire each other. That's why we have today keynote speakers joining with us from Singapore and from the UK and all over the Sri Lanka and abroad. This conference is not just an assembly of individuals. It is collective force for positive change. It's a platform where we bridge gaps, break down barriers, and explore the frontiers of knowledge. We are here to celebrate human curiosity, creativity, and resilience. Resilience has a meaning. Our country is going through a lot of hardships now. We do research, we write abstracts, we write research papers, we publish, but that still we need to see and to explore the solution for the existing problems today that we are facing. It may be economic, finally social, and it will affect to our that well-being and day-to-day life as well. Today and tomorrow, I encourage you to make the most of this opportunity. Engage in meaningful conversations, challenge existing paradigms, and seek out new perspectives. Embrace diversity in thought, background, and experience, for it is in diversity that we find the seeds of innovation and progress. Let this conference be a catalyst for change. Let it ignite your passion for your field, and let it inspire you to collaborate with others who share your vision. We have the power to shape the future, to address global challenges, and to make a difference. It all begins with the conversations and connections we establish here. We are a country, we never come to the consensus. Last few days, different political signals. Now our country is the major debate. So how to restructure the cricket? Not the future of the education in here in Sri Lanka. Not coming out from the economic problems. So you see the directions of the Sri Lanka, where we need to emphasize always how that we could develop our university, my own Open University of Sri Lanka, to the next level, which, as I mentioned, how to internationalize this university. So this can do not by alone the council or the vice chancellor. It is an individual's responsibility to contribute commitment and the passion of work, challenging the existing practices, maybe never tested some of the models, but with the that creative minds, we can create a lot of innovative ideas to bring this university to the next level. I would like to express my deepest gratitude to the Director Research, Professor Shyama Veerakon, and the organizing committee of this conference, the volunteers, and all those who have worked tirelessly to make this event a reality today. Your dedication and hard work have not gone unnoticed, because we had a lot of debates at the Senate level, why this pre-conference is not accommodating, why it is there. So finally, we came to that very delightful and again futuristic Open University research sessions today and tomorrow. That's our that strength. Irrespective of personal differences, I always like to mention we are for the organizational commitment. That's our own university development. In closing, I look forward to the exciting ideas, discoveries, and connections that will emerge from this conference. Let's embrace the challenges of our time with open hearts and open minds, and may we leave this event not just with knowledge, but with a shared sense of purpose to explore rational solutions to the problems we are facing today. And today and tomorrow, once again, I wish 2 productive days. You will create new research paradigms, networking, and meaningful solutions to the existing problems, as I said. I wish you all the very best for Open University Research Sessions 2023. Thank you.
I now cordially invite our chief guest, Professor R.M. Gamini Rajapaksa, Senior Professor in Chemistry at the University of Peradeniya, Sri Lanka. And to introduce Professor Rajapaksa, I would like to invite Dr. Asela Dikkumbura.
Thank you, Mayanti. Good morning, everyone. It is my great honor and pleasure to introduce the chief guest of ours 2023, Professor Gamini Rajapaksha. Professor Rajapaksha obtained his first class honors BSc Special Degree in Chemistry from the University of Peradeniya in 1983 and his PhD and DIC from the Imperial College of Science, Technology and Medicine in 1988. He is a senior professor in chemistry at the University of Peradeniya and has expertise in electrochemistry, material science, and nanotechnology. Professor Rajapaksha is the coordinator of the MSc program in nanoscience and nanotechnology. He was a postdoctoral research fellow at the Imperial College, University of Manchester, Institute of Science and Technology, University of Bath, and Max Planck Institute for Polymer Research. Professor Rajapaksha was a visiting research professor at the University of Texas at Arlington and the University of Mississippi. Professor Rajapaksha's current research focuses on photoelectrochemistry, electronically conducting polymers, liquid crystal display devices, gas sensors, photodynamic therapy, photochemical and nanotechnological mosquito control, photocatalytic hydrogen generation, conversion of local minerals to value-added nanomaterials, and many more. Professor Rajapaksha has supervised 42 PhD and MPhil students. Professor Rajapaksha holds 3,821 citations and his H index is 33 and I-10 index is 89. He has more than 250 papers to his credit. He holds several local and international patents, and he has invented and commercialized several products. His achievements have been recognized by many different forums, including the CVCD Excellence Award, NSF Research Award, and President's Award. Professor Rajapaksha has received more than 20 awards so far. Therefore, without further ado, I take this opportunity to invite our chief guest, Professor Gamini Rajapaksha, to address the gathering. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Good morning to all of you, Vice Chancellor Sir, and the organizing committee of this OUS 2023, distinguished invitees, academic and non-academic colleagues, researchers, presenters, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed an honor and privilege for me to be the chief guest of this unique occasion of Open University Research Sessions 2023. In fact, actually, I have been invited to similar forums 2 years back in Ruhuna University, in Jawadanapura University, etc. But today, I learned that Open University, although we are all state universities, you cater for the maximum, largest number of students. I mean, in chemistry department alone, there are more than 1,500 students. Ours is like 500, so 1/3, University of Peradeniya. So you cater for the biggest number, so that's a great thing that you do. So without taking much of time, I want to share with you my experience over the last 35, 38 years on the research that I have done. So the topic that I have chosen is sustainable development, which is timely. So sustainable development through responsible utilization of natural resources. Content of my presentation goes like that over the next half an hour. Sri Lankan minerals and gemstones, sustainable utilization of minerals by purifying them and converting them to nanomaterials. Some selected examples, although I have converted almost all minerals into highly value-added nanomaterials, I have selected some examples due to time constraints, and collaborations with local industries, and also finally applications of these nanomaterials developed. So as you all know, Vice Chancellor Sir, you know that our Sri Lanka is bestowed with high-grade minerals, like all these minerals are there in large quantities. So whereas many other countries do not have such natural resources. And some of those minerals are highly pure. Like quartz we have is 100% pure. Graphite in the middle of the vein is purity is exceeding 99.9%. Professor Rohan Fernando knows very well about this. He's been a geologist, so we have the best quality minerals. And gemstones, you can see valuable gemstones. You can see valuable gemstones. What happened? Something's twisted. Valuable gemstones, very beautiful gemstones, high quality gemstones on Earth. Right. So usually these raw forms of these natural minerals are not very pure. So what we have to do is we have to improve the purity by purifying them, and without selling these natural resources in as they are, we have to convert them into value-added products like nanomaterials, because the advantage of nanomaterials is that for a given process, you need only very small amount of material. Material requirement is much less. For example, if you need 1 kilogram of bulk material, in the same material nanoscale, you need 1 milligram. So material requirement is reduced by 1,000,000 times. So therefore, we can responsibly use these materials for a long time, saving them for future generations as well. So that is what we are going to discuss today. So this is in accordance with Sustainable Goal number 12 of UNDP, responsible consumption and production. So I'm going to take a few examples now. Graphite. So you know that Sri Lanka is one of 5 countries that has natural vein graphite. Vein graphite is nicknamed as Plumbago or Sri Lankan graphite or Ceylon graphite, since Sri Lanka is the only country producing commercial scale vein graphite for the global market ever since the Second World War. The graphite mine is done by mechanical means, first by blasting rocks, followed by hammering, milling and powdering, etc. The graphite attached to vein, so now when you take graphite in the middle of the vein, there are lots of pieces of rocks in the vein bank. So a lot of graphite is attached to these rocks, but by mechanical means you can't recover those graphites. The problem is you get contamination with rock particles. So graphite attached to vein banks are of lower purity due to contaminations, but the purity increases progressively towards the middle. So if you take the vein like this, so at the vein bank purity is less. When you go to middle, either way, the purity is like 99.9%. So we developed a chemical-free flotation technique to enrich carbon percentage by removing impurities present in raw graphite. So we just floated this graphite in water. It's called floated graphite, and it has 12 times increased carbon percentage from 91.9 in the vein bank of graphite, in pristine graphite, to 99.0. So it's a huge increase in carbon percentage, in other words, purity. So this is very simple method we have done. I'm not going to explain every step due to time constraints. We take graphite, powder it, and then ball mill it to get very small particles. So we have powdered graphite, and then we take deionized water and allow them to flow. If the floating system is much higher, then as graphite particles come to the surface, their purity increases. So we get highly pure floated graphite, which we have published in the Nature journal scientific reports. So high purity graphite with carbon percent exceeding 99.99 is used in high-tech applications like aviation, electronics, metallurgy, atomic energy, as chemical and mechanical and nuclear energies, and among other fields. So therefore, without selling our raw graphite in their raw form, if you just increase this purity by simple means like floating in water, we can add value to this graphite, enormous value. So due to its increased high-tech applications, the global market of high-purity graphite was placed at $7.5 billion in 2018, with a volume requirement of 361.1 kilotons. So you see, so much of purified graphite is required for these high-tech applications. And the value is huge, like for the small amount of purified graphite, the market size is like $7.5 billion in 2018. The increased usage of graphite in various end-use industries like batteries, we developed, but I'll show you, foundry facing, lubricants, crucibles, and refractories also increase the global market of normal graphite even. So normal graphite has global market of share of like $21.6 billion in 2021. So we are sitting on treasures, and we are not exploiting their value. So we just sell them as they are. We should stop that. We should keep. We should stop that, and we should add value to this. This is just one example. I will quickly see, these are the things that we do with our graphite. So this graphite, 4-micron graphite, we get free of charge, donation from Bogle Graphite. We make these large electrodes. You see, this is 40 by 40 graphite electrode made from graphite and a polymer as a binder, hot press. And then we make these flow channels and attach these graphite electrodes to make flow cells, zinc bromine flow cell. So electrolyte flows throughout. So therefore, these cells, these batteries never discharge, because you get a constant concentration of electrolyte, catholyte and analyte throughout, because they are flowing to the electrodes. So we stack these electrodes, like 33 of them, and then we have 1 kilowatt-hour battery pack. So we want to make 10 kilowatt-hour battery pack. We are supported by Cogen Industries. You know Cogen, Dr. Harsi Subhasinghe. Cogen is the industry that produces Vega car. So they earn money by developing computer programs for all airlines of the world. And the profit, they give it to us to develop these batteries to store the electricity generated from solar cells and to power their electric vehicles and electric tuk-tuks. So actually they give massive grant. One of my one of my teachers, Professor H.M. Bandara, he works as a consultant there in my group, and together with him there are 6 research assistants, 7 research assistants, and also he gives grants to undergrads, because undergrads also have difficult time these days. So he gives like 30,000 rupees per month to work in part-time. So there are more than 10 undergrads also working. So not only they are getting some financial support, they get research experience from the inception. So that is the advantage. See, the global market for zinc bromine flow battery was $8.91 million in 2022, and is projected to increase to $25.91 million in 2028, with a compound annual growth rate of almost like 19.83%. from 2020 to 2028. So if you can develop these batteries, you can, so you don't have to depend on the power grid. So even if you have problems in power, so you can use, I mean, we are blessed with solar energy, so we can have solar panels and store their energy in the batteries and use this energy in the night. So also we make electrodes for making solar-grade silicon from our quartz. Quartz is silica, silicon dioxide. We have 100% pure quartz, but making silicon from quartz is quite difficult. So one of my PhD students, ITI, Industrial Technology Institute, developed this stainless steel electrolyzer and also electrodes from our own graphite with different clay percentages to make these electrodes to reduce the silica to make solar-grade silicon. So we can make solar silicon also. So I'm going to skip these slides, too much of technical things. So this way we can make what you see here is highly expanded graphite. So the graphite structure is something like a carpet. You have graphene sheets, billions of these graphene sheets stuck together just like a carpet. So the space between these consecutive cards is like 3 angstroms. So what we have to do is, we have just simply expanded this space between consecutive cards. So we have highly expanded, very low density material called expanded graphite. Remember we had this express pearl shipwreck. So those days they contacted me. So in the Zoom, I have been sort of advising them how to make this expanded graphite-based mats. So expanded graphite that we make has the capacity, because it has so much of space, and graphite likes oil because it doesn't like water, it likes oil. So graphite, the oil spills are very common in the sea where this oil transportation is done. So we had this similar thing recently near Katunayaka. So the expressal ship disaster. So then we made this expanded graphite mat. When you put on the spilled oil selectively comes into the mat and take the mat and squeeze it to a tank and use the mat again. I have demonstrated it so that, so these oil spills, you see the market. So this market, global market for oil recovery was US $38.8 billion in 2021, and is expected to expand at a CAGR of 7.8. So it's a huge market for our graphite, just to expand this carpet and make a mat to recover, because oil spills are huge, very, very disastrous. It destroys your environment, destroys animal life in the sea, and it's very frequent. I heard that during last 10 years, there were like 7 ship disasters near Japan. So likewise, these things happen quite frequently. So if we develop these materials and make them in a commercial scale, so not only we can recover the soil, but also we can save our environmental problems. So apatite, apatite is, we are very famous for a power phosphate rock, Professor Fernando, right? So apatite is the major mineral present in Sri Lanka's power phosphate rock. The estimated amount of apatite is 25 million tons. That is estimated amount. Unconfirmed additional 40 million tons are there. So altogether, like 65 million tons of apatite is there. What we do is apatite we use as a fertilizer for long-term crops because apatite is not very soluble in water. So this apatite is not very pure, but what we have done is we purified this apatite and made like nanowires. And these nanowires bundle into like a bundle of bead is in our bone. So our bone structure, the strong material in our bone, inorganic material, is this hydroxyapatite. So you remember during this war time, intense war time, I had a small ache in my ankle. So I went to see orthopedic surgeon Dr. Suruvira, who was one of my undergraduate time friends, actually, friend for like 40 years. And then he just took an X-ray and said, Gamini, there's nothing there. But if you come to my wards, I have so many soldiers with shattered body parts. I am stuck without having these prosthesis for orthopedic transplants. I said, Sure, I have not done biology for my O-levels even because I can't dissect cockroaches and frogs. It's unpleasant to me. But what can I do? He said, I want some prosthesis to be made. I said, what is prosthesis? I didn't know about that that time, honestly. Then I took 2 of those gadgets and then did X-ray refraction, X-ray fluorescence to find out that one is made of stainless steel, the other one is titanium alloy, 90% titanium, 6% aluminum, 4% vanadium. So then I wrote to one of the German medical grade metal industry saying that we are going to make these prosthesis for orthopedic transplant. We have huge number of these soldiers, patients with shattered body parts. Could you send us some samples? Then they were so good that they said not simple samples, chunks of stainless steel and chunks of titanium. So that was enough for like 10 people. So then we got together. So we needed biologists, computer scientists, chemists and nanotechnologists, design and production engineers, and orthopedic surgeons. So we got together and I invited them to our seminar room in chemistry, and we had a lot of discussions and learned each other's tasks, and we made first prosthesis for a 9-year-old girl who lost her right elbow due to 3-wheel accident. So these doctors were trying to find the prosthesis for this girl, even at 3 million rupees cost. But prosthesis for small children is not available. You have to make it custom made. You have to make it purposely. So custom made prosthesis. So we decided to make. So these are the things how we characterize all this. I'll skip. So this is that girl's arm before surgery. So what medical doctors do is they give us, say she has missing this elbow part, this ball and the ulna and these 2 parts. So doctors give us the X-ray, MRI and CT scan data of these missing bone parts. And then computer scientists take this data and convert into 3D figures like this. And that computer program is given to the design engineers in our engineering faculty. And then they design the prosthesis to 1 micron precision and give it to the production engineers for production. This is stainless steel prosthesis produced. Then if you put stainless steel in your body doesn't like foreign things, reject it. So we had to fool your body saying that this is not stainless steel, this is bone. So that is our part. So we can fool. So we are very good at doing that. So what we do is, we reproduce the structure of bone on stainless steel using our own apatite, purified and apatite nanowires that we produce from a Powell apatite. So, and then collagen is the biological polymer. We use polymethyl methacrylate. That is what PMMA is the polymer that is the consultant orthopedic surgeons also use. And then we coated this one permanently so that body thinks that this is actually a bone. So then the doctors transplanted. This girl couldn't go to school for 1 year because of this, because it's her right hand. And after 2 weeks, she went to school, and after she was in grade 9 or so, as far as I remember. In 2 years' time, she passed O-level with 8 A's. She's from Diagram, very poor area. But S for English. For all the other subjects, she got A's. So we were very happy. And then, it's about after a month or so, in the night, I got a call from Dr. Suruvira saying that, Gamini, there's a huge problem, and there was a patient admitted from Siambalan who had massive cancer in his knee. And doctor says, only amputation is the only solution unless you make a prosthesis. So then I called Professor Ranavir in engineering faculty, one of our teachers, senior professors, very senior professors. And then I explained him to the problems. Then he called other engineers also. Most of them are his students. We went the engineering faculty in the night because we had ethical clearance and everything, and we had this medical grade material. So by the time doctors did this operation, it took about 8.5 hours. We were ready with this prosthesis. And it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:15 or so. We brought it, and by the time they had taken big, I'll show you in a video, this one. I don't know, what's the time now? Time? What's the time? Quickly. Engineers taking measurements. Operation. I'm sorry if you are sensitive. That's me. Dr. Surya and me. That's the cancer. so that my wife wrote this heart-touching song because once we demonstrated that we can make prostheses and transplant them after getting ethical clearance, and then the doctor told us that there are more than 300 children with brittle bone disease. That means their bones are not strong as ours, they can't lift their bodies. They can't live for more than 10 years actually. So there's no solution for that. So, but then what we got together and we developed what's called prosthesis, telescopic prosthesis, at least for lone bones, so that we can put these prosthesis and give them a life. So for that, we wrote this song and there's music, and then we played this in industries and we got some funds to develop this telescopic prosthesis for the first time in the world. So then dolomite is one of the very mundane minerals in Sri Lanka, which is calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate, approximately 50-50, with some silica impurities. My PhD students, they developed a novel method to separate this calcium and magnesium carbonates and silica impurities, and to make calcium carbonate phase-specific nanoparticles and magnesium oxide nanoparticles. And they use these nanoparticles for targetedly delivering anti-cancer drugs to cancerous sites. Because when you take chemotherapy for cancer patients, and probably they die due to these toxicities of the medicine more than from the cancer. So if you can target these medicines to the cancerous sites and only kill cancerous cells, so then we can save their lives. So for this targeting, you need carriers. So we use calcium carbonate and magnesium oxide nanoparticles that we have developed and encapsulated anti-cancer drugs like cisplatin, doxorubicin, etc., and then targetedly send them to cancerous sites. And because these magnesium oxide and calcium carbonate are soluble in acidic medium, cancers due to fast growth, they have pH slightly less than 7, so like pH 6, 5 to 6 like. So at that pH, these carriers slowly dissolve, releasing the drug. So it's not only targeting, but also slow release, slow and steady release at that time. So that, so we have published that in a very high index journal called Journal of Nanomaterials. Actually, this method is very useful. Not only it gives drug to the cancer, but also it gives calcium ions and magnesium ions. So usually, because cancerous cells demand more minerals and more nutrition, so these cancer patients have the dearth of these minerals. So these carriers are also useful drugs because they give minerals. So this from our own mundane material, dolomite, etc. So this is the way we publish several things. And then ilmenite. We have ilmenite, iron titanate in our pulmonary mineral sands, and usually extracting titanium dioxide and iron oxide from ilmenite involves a very hazardous process, like concentrated acids like concentrated hydrochloric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid, and 1,000 degrees like the standard process that I use worldwide. We developed a very low-cost process to manufacture phase-specific titanium dioxide and iron oxide materials from ilmenite at 160 degrees using rotating mechanical energy, rotating autoclave. So I'm not going to go into details, and we published this in ACS Omega, and we got 2 NEPO, national patents, and 1 world patent for that. So, this process, using this process, we can save enormous amount of energy, because compared to 1,000 degrees, 160 degrees means you need very much less energy. So this is a very low-cost process to get. You see that this titanium dioxide that we get 100% pure, titanium and oxygen only 1:2 ratio. XRF shows that. And so these are some selected examples I have taken to demonstrate that we can do a lot as scientists if we get together to develop this country. Because we have enormous resources, natural resources, but we don't make use of their advantages. And to do so, actually, we had to collaborate with foreigners. I have been collaborating with the UK, US, Norway, Japan, and many other countries. And also another important thing, we are academics, and then industry is there. But the bridging between academia and industry is not very good in this country. There's no mechanism. So actually, I'm ATG, they pay me, but all other industries, I do voluntary support. But in return, what they do is they give research grants to produce PhDs. That is how I have produced more than 40 PhDs by now. So I get not only from the state sector and foreign grants, I get a lot of research grants from industries. So the students have the chance to go and work in the industry and solve the problems related to industry. So that is what we should do. Not like, basic science is okay, but if you do applied research, we can convert that into products and improve our national economy. So I have a lot of PhD students through the ATG, TJ, NISAWEL, and many other industries like LTL galvanizers, Bogala graphite, and then code gen. So during COVID time, actually, I made that antimicrobial cream from LTL galvanizer sludge. So that has iron oxide and zinc oxide. So my two PhD holders, Dr. Dilan and Dr. Charit. So they took that sludge and made this antimicrobial iron oxide pigments and mixed with the titanium dioxide paint, and then they painted this home agama COVID ward. And remember, in the first two waves, there were no deaths in the home agama. So all the walls are painted with antimicrobial paint, right? So that destroys viruses and bacteria. And also with same graphite, we make electrodes for our battery. So this is Dr. Harsha Subasinghe, owner of the code chain, and Professor Bandara, who is the consultant to this battery project, and Professor Prem Rathin, physics, also used to work there some time ago. So I quickly show you, due to time. So this is what we did at LTL. So if you take normal cotton and put mud sticks, you know. So I'm almost at the end, so I'm keeping time. So if you modify simple cotton and put mud there, mud doesn't stick. So your children can wear these white cotton vests and play in the playground, even in the rain, and then come home. You don't have to wash them. There are no dirt, no bacteria, no smell. So next day also you can iron and wear and keep on doing it for weeks. So because of the time, So they say PR is a modified cloth, and big one is normal cloth. When you put this paint or pigments, they don't go to this one. So you don't get any stain on it. See this large T-shirt, like one with a lot of holes. Material is modified one, and these small squares are unmodified one. So if you put some, this is curry stain, doesn't go to the normal one, so it's attracted to the normal one, not to the modified one. See? So that you don't get, even if you spill curry on your shirt, you don't get any stain. See, you try to press it, no, they don't, this doesn't like the modified one. I'll go to my last slide. So during the COVID time, actually, although the whole country was shut, I couldn't stay at home because I want to do something. So I spoke to our police OIC, and he said, oh no, sir, it's beyond my control. You have to talk to the hierarchy. So then I talked to DIG Colombo, and then he said, you have to get permission from His Excellency the President. I said, you better tell him that I'm going to do something. So then suddenly, in the same night, I got a call from DIG Colombo saying that, okay, I got the permission, sir, you can do anything you like. So because we had this experience of making antimicrobial textile products, so we thought that we can, antimicrobial means they kill bacteria, viruses, etc. So we can develop a mask that can destroy the SARS-CoV-2 and its variant. So that's what it is. So I had not much of time to explain, so this video will explain everything.
Friendly, biodegradable, low-cost, reusable, and antimicrobial face mask with water and blood repellency and stain resistance. It also repels and destroys any aerosolized viruses or bacteria. In this multifunctional face mask, the target has been to reduce both the waste burden and the impact on the environment. As such, cotton, a commonly available, natural degradable fabric material, has been used in layers, nanotechnology, modified individuals, have unique health properties. The outer layer cotton fabric is superlative to repel any aerosolized viruses and microbes, as well as blood or any other water-based stains, comparable to a lotus leaf. Any microbes penetrating the outer layer will reach the nanotechnologically modified middle layer with multimodal antimicrobial activity. Micro and nanoparticles are used to partially block the pores of the woven cotton fabric via chemical bonding to a level of 300 nanometers, resulting in nanometric range filtration. The adjustable ear loops ensure tight fitting to the face of the wearer. A unique mask design and a metal or plastic nose plate addresses the problem of air escape at the nasal bridge. The innermost layer is made up of 100% hydrophilic cotton to absorb carbon dioxide and moisture present in the exhaled air. This face mask can be reused even after 25 cycles of washing or disinfection, at least for a period of 1 month. The nanoparticles used in these masks are safe in a wide range of applications, including medical and cosmetic industry. High airflow tests and wash cycles have proven that the chemically bonded nanoparticles are stable and do not detach from the fabric surfaces. The mask has medical-grade characteristics with high resistance to flammability, satisfactory results in differential pressure tests for breathability, and is highly resistant to blood and fluid permeation.
Right. So in last 3 minutes, let me explain because I couldn't hear properly. So during this COVID time, we want to develop this face mask. So we knew how to make fabrics to have properties like a lotus leaf. When in water droplets fall, so they repel without wetting the surface. So that is called super hydrophobicity. So we knew how to convert this cotton fabrics. Cotton was chosen because it's environmentally friendly, biodegradable. So we converted the outermost fabric is a cotton fabric to super hydrophobic fabric, so that if any air, if you are a patient, when you cough and sneeze, aerosolized virus particles come and hit on you. So if it hits on the outermost layer, these aerosolized virus particles are repelled, just like shedding water from the lotus leaf. And by any chance, if these particles penetrate this outermost layer and go to the middle one, so middle layer, cotton has like, woven cotton has fibers with pores like micrometer size pores. So we covered these pores using chemically attached titanium dioxide we made from ilmenite, microparticles to the level of 300 nanometers, because this aerosolized virus particle is of that size. So we shouldn't cover even further, because then you can't breathe properly. So we block the pores. The surface of the titanium dioxide nanoparticles are positively charged. As you know, this viral envelope is negatively charged. So if virus comes, electrostatically binds. Just like in your kidneys, you have mechanical blocking for filtration and electrostatic blocking. So two modes of blocking for going through it. And also, we added large number of very small, 25 nanometer star shape. You saw that star shape with sharp blade zinc oxide nanoparticles. These nanoparticles have multimodal actions for destroying bacteria, viruses, and fungi. So the reason why we use this star-shaped one is sharp blades is that when virus particles hit on them, the spike proteins and this ball-like thing, all these proteins, they destroy mechanically. For this mechanical destruction, microbes cannot make any resistance. For chemical ones, they can adjust, they can. So therefore, this guarantees the antimicrobial properties. Actually, I did my PhD and postdoc at Imperial College London, and that's the place, this is the only place in the world where we could do this SARS-CoV-2 testing. So we send samples, it's quite expensive, 13 million, I think, for one test. So then I wrote to them saying that I am an alumnus, so could you give me some lower rate? So then they were very happy to give it was like, 5 million or so. It's not too bad. So then company paid it and got this certificate. So we actually then, it says that this material used in the middle layer of the mask destroys SARS-CoV-2 and its variants to 99.9%. They never say 100%. Because in case if something happens, then it's a low court case. So 99.9%. Anyhow, it destroys everything, and it's washable and reusable. Because after each washing, we tested this antibacterial activity, and it retains to above 99.9% for up to 30 washings. So we wanted to say it's up to 30 washings, otherwise then the market, that's also business again. So if you say that it can use forever, then one person if buys might not buy in another one. So we limited that to 30. So anyhow, those who wore this mask, particularly banking staffs, they did not catch this virus. So they were working with people, but safe, because this mask. And we got a lot of orders from other countries like Australia and EU. But one bad thing to mention is that we have applied for an MRA certificate. They never said we don't give, and they kept on asking different tests after each washing, all these things. We gave everything, but they kept on delaying and until the COVID was over. So therefore, we could not supply these to the other countries. But we had a good sale here. Anyhow, what I wanted to tell you and show you is that if we get together, we can do a lot to develop this country. We have resources, we have intelligent human resources and enough materials in this country. So if we get together, and together with the industries, industrial people are also very friendly. We can do a lot. Actually, I'm collaborating with one of your professors in Open University. She is in biology department. I forget her name. Anyhow, she is doing making biofilms in the water pipes. So she wanted to do nanotechnology things, so I'm helping her to do that. And I also, a lot of my students are here in chemistry department and other departments, so I invite all of you to get together with me. If you have, we have established research group, so you can come and work with me. And there are opportunities, although we don't get much grants from the local, like NSF and NRC, but there are other, like US Air Force. they kept on asking whether you want a grant also. So then when they give grants for basic sciences. So I make electronic materials, electronics from natural products, because making some compounds synthesizing is very, very difficult, whereas nature does it in a smart way. All what you have to do is to extract them, the required compound, and make electronics. Likewise, you can make, you know that, you can make a lot of pharmaceutical products from natural products. So we can, I'll give US Air Force research. They give, I got 200,000 USD grant for 3 equipment, etc. And also the following year, I said, Gamin, you want another grant? I said, okay. Then I gave it to one of my colleagues in the inorganic department, together with me. So got second grant also. I'll give the addresses and all this contact details so that you can apply and get big grants, not small ones, so that you can have students here can develop your research labs, buy equipment, etc. So that you can, I know that you have to do very good research, but you can further improve. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. As I said, it's an honor and privilege, and I think my time is over. Thank you very much again.
Thank you very much, Senior Professor Gamini Rajapaksha, for your inspiring speech. We will now have a cultural interlude. I invite two OUSL undergrads, Ms. Manisha Vidanapatirana and Mr. Kanchana Vijayatunga, to offer us a dance recital that will fuse two of Sri Lanka's best known dance traditions, upcountry and low country dancing.
Nam මංගල තිලක සකලගේ සාගර පාරගතා ශේෂ ගුණ රත්න වර්ණ ප්‍රදීපායමාන අපති ලෝකුදු සම්මත් සම්බුද්ධ රාජෝත්තමයන් වහන්සේගේ නාමයටද එම බුදුන් විසින් දේශනා කරවදාන ලදා වූ සබාධ්‍යාත්මික නවලෝකෝත්තර සුවාසුදාස ධර්මස්කන්ධේ නාමයටද එම ධර්මයේ තතු පරිත්‍යාග පිළිබඳනා වූ අෂ්ටාර්ය පුද්ගල සුපිරිවෙන මහා සංඝරත්නයේ නාමයටද මාගේ කායාදී ද්වාරත්වයෙන් සකසා වැඳ නමස්කාර කෙරෙම්.
Thank you very much, Ms. Manisha Vidana Patrana and Kanchana Vijayatunga. I now invite Dr. Sanjeeva Rodrigo on stage to take over the ceremony of the OUSL Awards.
Okay, thank you. The journey to success is not an easy one. It requires dedication, perseverance, relentless pursuit of excellence. Today, we have the privilege of acknowledging the remarkable individuals who have displayed these qualities and have emerged as winners in their respective fields. The awards that will be given out today symbolize recognition, encouragement, and the belief in the potential of individuals. The awards serve as motivation for the winners to continue striving for greatness and inspire others to embark on their own journeys of success. May I now request Senior Professor PMC Tilakaratna, the Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka, and Senior Professor S.R. Veerakorn, the Director of Research, Conference Chair, OUS 2023, to kindly come on stage to present the awards to the award winners 2022. First, we'll get on with the OUSL Research Awards. Every year, the OUSL Research Awards are given to OUSL academics in recognition of their exceptional achievements in research. Let me make a request. As each name is announced, let us applaud them, the winners, for their achievements. Your applause not only celebrates their success, but also encourages others to strive for their excellence. Here are the winners of the OUSL Research Awards 2022. Senior Professor K.S.D. Pereira, Department of Chemistry, Faculty of Natural Sciences. Senior Professor C.S.D. Silva, Department of Agricultural and Plantation Engineering, Faculty of Engineering Technology. Senior Professor G.W.A.R. Fernando, Department of Physics, Faculty of Natural Sciences. Senior Professor S.R. Veerakorn, Department of Botany, Faculty of Natural Sciences. Senior Professor S.P. Karunanayaka, Department of Secondary and Tertiary Education, Faculty of Education. Senior Professor V.P.S. Pereira, Department of Physics, Faculty of Natural Sciences. Professor G.K.R. Senadir, Department of Physics, Faculty of Natural Sciences. Professor F.M. Nawastheem, Department of Secondary and Tertiary Education, Faculty of Education. Professor R. Senthil Nidhi, Department of Chemistry, Faculty of Natural Sciences. Professor Nalin Abhesekar, Department of Marketing Management, Faculty of Management Studies. Professor B.C.I. Athapattu, Department of Civil Engineering, Faculty of Engineering Technology. Professor Anton Pieradna, Department of Social Studies, Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. Dr. S. Padmanesan, Department of Social Studies, Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. Professor G.T. Madhubhashini Hevage, Department of Social Studies, Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. Dr. C. Ranasinghe, Department of Chemistry, Faculty of Natural Sciences. Dr. Saminda Fernando, Department of Zoology, Faculty of Natural Sciences. Dr. K.R.S. Pereira, Department of Botany, Faculty of Natural Sciences. Dr. D.D.G.L. Dahanayake, Department of Zoology, Faculty of Natural Sciences. Dr. M.G.Y.L. Mahagamage, Center for Environmental Studies and Sustainable Development. Dr. S.T.R. Pereira, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Faculty of Engineering Technology. Dr. J.D. Karim Dean, Department of Secondary and Tertiary Education, Faculty of Education. Dr. K.M.L.A. Udamulla, Department of Civil Engineering, Faculty of Engineering Technology. Dr. Sanat Vijay Singha, Department of Legal Studies, Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. Some more revealing award. Mr. Lal Madhavat Tegadar, Department of Language Studies, Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. Mr. K. Ketheeswaran, Department of Special Needs Education, Faculty of Education. Ms. Thilini N.K. Meegaswath, Department of Language Studies, Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. So next we have the award for the best online course. Being the premier ODL provider of the nation, it's imperative that we continuously develop and create online content for our students. With the vision to promote and encourage this, the OUSL recognizes a best online course done by OUSL academics. OUSL Best Online Course Award 2022 shared by Ms. PWGDP Samarasekara and Ms. N.M. Patterson. Next, we have a special award for the best 3-minute thesis. The Open University of Sri Lanka, with permission from the University of Queensland, organized a virtual 3MT competition in line with OUS 2023. Expert panel of judges focused on the presentation, ability to communicate research to a non-specialist audience using a single static 3-minute PowerPoint slide to select the winners from postgraduate applicants. Here are the winners. The winner, Ms. EMNS Senaratna, University of University of Rajarata. The runner-up, Ms. C.W. Sahabandhu, University of Peradeniya. Thank you, Professor Tilakaratne and Professor Veerakon. Okay, now let's tune to a video of that competition, of that particular 3MT event.
Childhood, I did some sort of activity using glue and paint. I poured a little bit of paint onto the glue and saw some nice patterns on the glue after a few seconds. But at that time, I didn't know the mechanism behind that. It was just magic for me. When I grew up, I saw some artists doing the same thing but in different ways and end up with beautiful paintings. When I became a researcher in mathematics, I saw the same thing happen during the oil recovery process. I was curious about this mechanism and did some research on that. North Sea, Middle East, Bohai Bay, Latin America, Mexico Bay. What comes to your mind when you hear those? Yes, it is oil reservoirs. Imagine an oil layer that flows through a porous medium. It may be a horizontal or inclined layer. On one side we have an injection well, while the other side has a recovery well. There are 3 stages of oil recovery. In the primary oil recovery process, oil pushed to the earth's surface using the natural pressure of the reservoir. But in the secondary stage, water or immiscible gases are injected, and at the tertiary process, miscible gases, nanobiomaterials or polymer particles are injected to enhance the oil recovery. Oh well, then what is this fingering phenomenon? The fingering phenomenon occurs during the enhanced oil recovery process due to the viscosity difference of the injected fluid and the native fluid. Injected fluid seeps through the oil and forms protuberance that look like fingers, and this phenomenon is known as fingering phenomenon. Is it important to study of this? Yes, of course, because oil recovery increases with the saturation of injected fluid inside the fingers. Carbon dioxide is a miscible gas with both oil and water, and it tends to reduce the viscosity of oil. This allows oil to flow more freely towards the producing well. This is where my project comes in. I developed a new mathematical model to find the saturation of carbonated water through an inclined oil layer and compared the results with and without considering carbon dioxide. This study proves mathematically the benefit of carbon dioxide to enhance the oil recovery. And the mechanism that little me didn't know was the viscose fingering.
Hi, have you ever thought what is the best way of expressing your gratitude to the world? I found my own way. As a student of a peripheral university which is located far away from the capital, I noticed how the rural community struggles not only with economy but also with health issues, particularly kidney disease in the North Central province. People believe that one of major reasons behind that is toxic compounds named as heavy metals in their diet. Heavy metals cause numerous health issues including cancers other than kidney diseases. So, years later, as a postgraduate student who is working in the field of environmental chemistry, I got this golden opportunity to find out heavy metals levels in foods in the North Central province. This is what I did. I collected different food commodities from different locations and tested for heavy metals. Secondly, I tried out different cooking techniques to remove heavy metals from rice, including open lid, closed lid cooking, and also I tried out different washing times, soaking time and soaking volume of water. And also in the next step of my research, I tried out different peels of fruits with different treatments in order to reduce heavy metal levels of rice. Can you believe my findings served as a catalyst to the society? I found that foods collected from polluted areas have high amount of heavy metals, and also most effective cooking technique was open lid cooking, and also effectiveness of heavy metal removal is increased with the soaking time, soaking volume, and also washing time. Surprisingly, I found that orange peel has a significant capability of removing heavy metals from rice. So, this is how I utilized my scientific knowledge in order to address a current problem in the society. In other words, my way of expressing gratitude to the world. Thank you.
That concludes the awards presentation. And congratulations all the winners, and let's give them another round of applause to conclude this. Thank you.
It is now the time to deliver the vote of thanks. And to do the honors, I would like to invite Dr. Saminda Fernando, the chairperson of the Online Organizing Committee of OURS 2023.
Good morning, everybody. I stand before you today to extend my sincere gratitude and offer a heartfelt vote of thanks for the successful inauguration of the Open University Research Symposium 2023. The research sessions of the Open University of Sri Lanka is a very important and annual event of the OUSL calendar. There is certainly a lot of groundwork that was involved in organizing the conference. On behalf of the organizing committee, I am honored to be here to thank all those who contributed to make today a reality. First and foremost, I wish to thank the Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka, Professor P.M.C. Tilakaratne, for guidance and motivation provided throughout the process of organizing this event. A very special thanks goes to Senior Professor R.M. Gamini Rajapaksha, Senior Professor in Chemistry, University of Peradeniya, for kindly accepting our invitation as the chief guest of the OURS 2023 for gracing this occasion, and also the sharing your valuable insights this morning. Thank you very much, sir. I also wish to thank our keynote speakers, panelists, and the research scholars for the accepting our invitation to be part of this conference. Special thanks goes to Dr. Prasad Senadira for coordinating with the foreign delegates. I wish to thank all the authors who submitted abstract and extended abstract to the conference. A special mention need to be made all the reviewers and language editors for their inputs that help uplift the quality of the research papers submitted to the conference. I wish to thank all session chairs, theme conveners for the conference who have very willingly volunteered to assist us. A special thank goes to Senate subcommittees of the OUSL Research Awards, OUSL Best Educational Video Production, and Best Interactive Multimedia Awards for selecting the awardees under each category. I also wish to extend my gratitude to Registrar Ms. Vindhya Jayasena and the Bursa, Dr. Anura Wickramasinghe, for assistance provided throughout the process of organizing this conference. A sincere acknowledgement needs to be made the contribution made by the staff of the Center for Education and Technology and Media, and also the director, and for designing the graphics and the videos that have made today's ceremony complete in many ways. A special mention needs to be made Mr. Chandana Tennakon and the team from SEDBI, and as well as Mr. Kanishka Tennakon and the team from the IT division for OUSL handling the live webcasting of this event. A special thanks goes to Ms. Vindhya Angammana and the staff of the CRC. And also I wish to thank our student volunteers, Mr. Kanchana Vijayatunga and Ms. Matisha Kalpani, for performing at the inauguration session. A special mention need to be made of Mr. Lal Madhavatagedara and Ms. Mayanthi Jayakodi and Dr. Sanjeeva Rodrigo for comparing this event. I extend a very special appreciation for the excellent teamwork of OURS 2023 online working group for their efficiency and willingness to make the OURS 2023 conference a reality. The dedicated work of Dr. Utpala Jayawardena, Dr. Dusanta Alvis, Ms. Vindhya Angammana, Mr. JPP Tharanga, and Mr. Kanishka Tennakon and Mr. Chamira Chandraratna is greatly acknowledged. Last but not least, as the chairperson of the subcommittee on working group OURS 2023, I wish to express my sincere appreciation to Professor Shama Veerakon, the conference chair as well as the director of the research unit of the Open University for providing the leadership and making all this reality. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, let us all look forward to a very successful conference filled with knowledge sharing, discussions, and remarkable research presentation. Thank you. Have a nice day. Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Saminder. The inauguration ceremony of OUS 2023, I hereby conclude with an invitation for you to have refreshment downstairs and a gentle, firm reminder that the keynote addresses will start here at 11 o'clock. Thank you.